Okay, I think I'm recording. So with that, good morning, afternoon, and evening, everyone. Welcome to the today's version of the release team meeting. I think I have to mention at the beginning of each call that there is a code of conduct, which essentially boils down to be nice to everyone, don't be a jerk. And with that, I guess we can just get started. Enhancements. Is there anyone that can tell us what's going on in that world? Going once, twice, thrice, and I guess that's one that we are gonna have to sync asynchronously. So to do, see, I signal. Veronica, are you?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes, you sound perfect. Please take the floor.
Nice. Okay, so we are green, I think. No, really, we're green. We have some failing jobs, but on master informing, also one in 117 forming, and in some miscellaneous stuff, but the general status looks good. In master blocking, we have 11 jobs passing, 4 flaking, although none of the flakes look like ongoing issues. They might have been flaking for very punctual stuff. So yeah, so nothing wrong on that. Then on master informing, we have 11 passing, 9 flaking, 3 failing. The failing stuff is mostly on Azure and Windows, which is a terrible coincidence. The things failing on Azure have already been addressed. Ligit mentioned something about marking it against the correct milestone, but still is failing really, really bad. So I'm going to follow up on that. But other than that, everything else looks good. The flakes are also nothing to be concerned about. Then on 117 blocking, we have 10 passing, 3 flaking, and informing we have 6 flaking, 3 passing, and 1 failing. So that's the status for now. I don't think that anything is unaddressed right now on the board. We still have the Azure thing as if it didn't have any response yet, but there has been an ongoing conversation about it. So it's just like miscatalogue. But other than that, everything has been addressed or is under investigation. So we're good.
Okay, that's good to hear. Just a couple of questions to get a better picture. So I'm looking at test grid right now, and one of the jobs that you mentioned is Windows Master, and that one seems to be failing from a kubectl. I don't know what to call it, client guestbook application. And I saw that there were a couple issues related to that one. Do you know what exactly? Is there a clear idea of what the issue is with that?
No, that is currently under investigation, but we haven't had any definite response. So that's when I say that I should follow up with like the ongoing things. But mostly this week has been complicated for people to get back at us because it's KubeCon. But I hope that next week everything will be solved.
Please correct me if I'm wrong. I recall that there were a couple issues that C Conformance was working on, and at some point I think one of the problems was that we were using the wrong image or something of the sort.
Yes.
Is it something related to that, or is it something?
It might. That is one of that is the main course of action right now. But there are still things that people have to change on that matter, but that hasn't been done yet. So that we can see if it's that or if it is not. But yeah, it's the same issue. Also, I saw that you closed something on Windows from master, an issue. So I don't know if closing that will have any implications on the other stuff, or I don't know. I have to follow up with that, but as I said, this week hasn't been the best for following up with things.
Okay, yeah, so we can, so that's something to look at offline. The other question that I had is looking at this AKS Engine Azure 117 Windows.
Yeah.
The issue with that one seems to be that the cluster is just not coming up. Do you have any other comments on why? If
No,
do people know what's going on?
no one knows what's going on. It has been addressed, but no one knows what's going on.
Cool. Okay, so I
And
guess
let's say that it is my only source of concern because it has been failing like really bad and consistently, and there hasn't been a single green run. Like we have, I think, something around 97% of red runs. So yeah, no one knows what's going on, and it has been ongoing for a while, but I'll definitely follow up on Monday.
Okay. That's something super useful to know. So since the job was added, it hasn't had a green run.
Just very few. I think I might be wrong because I don't have the board right now, the test grid stuff, but I remember that specifically for the Azure and the Windows stuff, the failing rate was really high.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Looking at it, it has been failing consistently since 14 of the 14th of this month, and just thinking out loud. So this is AKS. If you don't remember any green runs, then there's a very good chance that it has been broken for a while. And
Yep.
since the issue seems to be with the cluster coming up, and no other job is having the same issue, will it be reasonable to say that this is an AKS specific issue and not a Kubernetes one?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I haven't looked into the actual code for it, but yeah, I came to the same conclusion that it has to be like something very specific for that, and not on the release itself. So yeah, that's like a good sign, but it's still worth looking into it and solving it.
Okay, sweet. So awesome. Thank you very much for all the wisdom and knowledge and stuff. And other than that, does anyone have any questions for Veronica? Going once, twice. Okay, so thank you very much, Veronica.
No, thank you.
Also, if you just noticed, I said Veronica in Spanish.
Yeah, I know. I appreciate it. It's fine.
So thank you very much for that. And I guess now on to bug triage. Marquis.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Can you guys hear me okay?
We can hear you okay. At least
Awesome.
I can.
So for bug triage, our current status is yellow. For open non-test flakes, we are at 5. That's down from 1 from Wednesday. For priority critical urgent, we are at 3, which is holding steady. For priority important soon, we are at 1, which is holding steady. For open KK repo, for 117, we are at 8, which is up from 2. Priority critical non-urgent PRs is 3, that is holding steady. Priority important soon PRs, we're at 4, that's up from 2. And for all open KK issues for 117 release, including tests and flakes, we are at 11, that is down from 1. We're going to start notifying PR holders about the cherry picking instructions, and we're going to start that on Monday. That's all from bug triage, unless anybody has any questions.
Does anyone have any questions? Okay, sounds good. So let me say, so again, thinking out loud, so there's -1 in the issues, that is good. 2 PRs, assuming that we can get people to review them. Hopefully, plus 2 PRs is not a big deal.
Yeah, I think
And
once we all get back from KubeCon, I think everybody will be able to start picking up their work. So I think Monday will be the good time for us to start. Those should hopefully be picked, and we can get into the cherry picking process.
okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good weekend.
Thank you. You too. And I guess now let's move on to docs. Damini, are you on?
Yes, I'm
Or
on the call.
cool.
So
Sweet.
today is the docs deadline, final deadline, where we have to get all the PRs merged. So we still have 5 open PRs, where 3 seem to be good to go. They're done with the review. They just need a approval. And one of the PR actually needs a lot of work to be done. There's not much update on the file, so I will follow up with them today and make sure, see if I can get it in. And there's another PR which actually needs a technical review. I need to follow up on that as well. So that's the update from doc side.
Okay. That sounds good. I'm looking at the PRs right now. So the one that needs a lot of work, is that the service topology alpha documentation?
Yes.
Okay, so we got, okay, so actually for the 2 PRs, so we need people from network to check them out.
Oh, okay.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, sweet.
Network.
And other than that, how are things looking?
They're looking pretty fine. I think the other 4 PRs, I think they'll go in today at any cost. But the first one, I'm still not sure. But hopefully, yeah, will be done.
Okay, thank you so much. Does anyone have any questions related to docs? Okay, moving on to release notes. Chris, or anyone for release notes? I hear some typing, which normally means that there's no one for release notes. So let's move on to comms. Anyone from comms?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, sweet.
So,
Can you give us an update, please?
Yeah, of course, no problem. So things are green. Obviously, it's been a quiet week with KubeCon, but we're prioritizing the topics that we've received from all the SIGs, and we'll be starting the blog post coordination today/Monday. And we got some contact from the CNCF, so I have a call scheduled with Kim on Monday as well. So things are looking good.
Okay. Could you add a couple notes about that in the meeting notes so we can discuss if anything comes up offline, please?
I did.
You did. Let me see. Am I looking at the wrong date? November 22 comms. I don't see anything.
No, I've added them to the wrong date. My bad.
Yeah. Okay.
I added them to Wednesday's call. I'll move them up.
Okay. Sweet. So as long as these are somewhere, that's perfect. So now on to release branch management. Carlos.
Okay. Beginning this week, we cut the beta 2, and the daily branches are being fast forwarded to today. And today we are planning to cut the RC1 and then enable code tau and update the blocking for the jobs for the release branch as well.
Sweet. So we were talking about this a bit earlier. Is there anything that you need, or things are working right now?
Now I'm just running the mock part to the stage, test if everything's okay, and preparing the PRs to enable the code tau and update the jobs as well.
Okay, cool. Does anyone have any questions for release branch management? Awesome. Emeritus lead, Claire, are you somewhere in the call? I don't see Claire, so let's move on. Release lead. Win is not here, so I'm obviously taking her place. And I guess really the big things that I can say is we have a couple deadlines today with docs, the RC being released today, and Kota, as it was just mentioned by Carlos. Right now, I mean, obviously, I cannot make a decision without consulting with the rest of the team. But since everything seems to be okay, we might need a little bit extra time for docs to get in. But things look okay. So let's see what else is there to discuss. 6 scalability issues. There is nothing listed in there. And I guess just for the record, I was checking test grid a bit earlier. Master informing, and Veronica, please correct me if I'm saying something wrong, but master informing, there's a scale correctness the run that just failed. But the test that actually failed is a conformance test. And the same conformance test is running okay on all the other conformance tests. So possibly it was just a flake. So other than that,
Yeah.
As far as we know, there are no scalability blocking issues, correct?
Yeah, no, there's nothing important there to be concerned about.
Okay, that's a nice way of ending the weekend. And I guess open floor. Does anyone have anything they wanna discuss, talk about, comment? Okay, so I guess other than that, we can finish this meeting a bit earlier and enjoy the rest of your days. Happy weekends.
Bye.
Have a good weekend, everybody.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.